Hey guys, this is Nyalki again, and it's time for me to talk about what has been going on throughout the year of 2025. You want to know what it is? Alright, I'll tell you. I have been working on myself. In fact, I didn't know that I was working on myself until halfway through the year. Let me explain. So, back in 2024, it was a huge roller coaster of a ride for me. There was a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, and it has been quite the journey. And at the same time, I was also dealing with a very difficult coworker and always had to look after them, right? And I'm the type of person that likes to look after people, make sure that they're doing all right. And I think that it would be very bad if we had younger folks out there who are looking at that and seeing that it's completely fine to be this hard to work with, throwing tantrums, just being frustrated all the time over little mistakes. And we always told them that is no issue, but they did not listen, and they always wanted to prove to everybody that they're a capable human being and they're all grown up and look what they could do and all the cool stuff that they can do. And it made me realize that this was a form of a condition called main character syndrome. And you will see that throughout the whole Western culture over here in the US mostly. But they don't see themselves as the villain. They always see themselves as sort of the person in the spotlight. And they will make sure to let you know that you're the issue if anything that they do goes wrong. And then they don't care about everybody else's well-being except for themselves. And a really good example of that would be the incident during Japan where all the tourists just poured in, and you had all the Instagrammers trying to make a short little content thing where they disrespect very cultural important things as well as just being really rude. And of course there is issues in Japan. There's nothing good everywhere. But I feel like the fact that these people didn't have the common decency to understand that people are trying to live their life, and they didn't really care about the cultural significance with what they are trying to mess with, is a form of main character syndrome. That they don't care about you, they care only about themselves, the people around them, and money. And it's gotten to the point where all this was going on, and my mind was filled with these thoughts of, did I do something wrong? Am I being too hard on people? I don't want to be this kind of person. And if I continue to do some sort of slightly selfish thing for myself, would that get people to hate me and plan for my downfall? And there's just constant thoughts about that all throughout the whole year. And it's gotten to the point where I've fully just downtrodden on myself. I felt like I was in a constant war between my two parts of my conscious, and it was super hard to parse through, even to the point where I just did not want the streams. And it's definitely a hard time without a certain guide or something to help me go through this mess. And this is where my Spotify rap comes in, because I did say it was gonna come through, and let me tell you why Kendrick was my guide to everything. It was actually during the time where I was listening to all the whole Kendrick versus Drake beef, and it made me want to go through the recent album that came out, which was Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And it got me thinking as I was listening to the music, like, wait, this guy is sort of went through a similar process as me, and he's dealing with all the stuff and airing it out to the world, sort of like how a group therapy session would go through. And he would explain a lot of concepts that he learned and put out, and he did it in a very, very understanding way, as well as a very artistic way, and articulate as well. He talked about mostly generational trauma and acceptance, and parsing through his image versus his actual thoughts as a person, as him. And it got me into a point where it made me go through his past discography, and through listening to it, I can guarantee and say that he has helped me shape a couple of things, or made things concrete for myself. A couple of things that I would like to share with you all is that I think that doing the things that you love while also not trying to compromise your morals is really, really huge. And trying to keep things as faithful to yourself as possible. Do not try to, make way for people to change you so that it can be more convenient for them, which always shouldn't happen. As much as you should be more conscious about allowing people to have their own room, it is best that they don't step on your boundary as well. And I'm also trying to hold my bad experiences, my trauma, and not let it spill out to other people. That is another thing that I learned, and I think that is really important, as well as, making sure that it doesn't try to hurt other people. As I can see, trying to prevent something like my trauma happen could also be a thing that can hurt other people as well. And finally, I think that it is clear that hard dedication and determination on the thing that you want to progress and learn and love is a key thing to being able to just be successful and be happy. And the fact that he has been talking about this stuff for as long as he did says it all, because he's a person with a lot of experience and shared that experience with a lot of people, albeit in either a more cohesive way or an artistic way. And I know people are going to say it. I know I can't fully understand or be very close in that situations of everything that he has said. The only thing I can say is I can understand and sort of be understanding myself of what he has been through and some of the similar stuff that I resonate with him in a certain way. I think the fact that he has made this type of music and it has gone through the times and still is relevant says a lot. I think that people are always in need of a guide, and hopefully this sort of puts people's minds at ease that I'm doing okay. But also at the same time, I hope this also gives you a sort of idea of where my compass is morally as well as emotionally, as I've gone through quite a lot to get to this point. To me at least, I don't feel fully content or fully happy, but there is a path for me, and that's what I'm going to take. And hopefully you guys join in on the adventure. thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I know it was a short video, but I think I wanted to get this point across that, working on yourself is very important. And also, stress sucks. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Hey guys, sorry about the late video and also not uploading for so long. It's been a while. I've actually wanted to post this video during early January, but couldn't because I got sick like the first week into January. So I am very, very sorry. Hopefully it won't happen next time and we'll have more videos out. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.